On the ready.
53, Mike.
Look at me. Go. Let's go.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ready.
Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
Go out.
Check 88.
Shoot.
From the gun, Jones.
On the team.
He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Golden Tate. His 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And some room to roam now. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. It's a big-time run by Jordan Howard. 49 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
You got it.
Here we go. 180.
Single. Hey, watch 11. Watch tight end. Watch
357. This line 7.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And all the way on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still...
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. To the 40 and no further, so the razzle-dazzle didn't get him much. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. Barkley had his biggest game yardage-wise against these Eagles last year pretty early on in the season. 130 on the ground, 99 more through the air on 9 catches.
Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Joker, 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 Joker. Watch that.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. It's caught by Crabtree. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Jones now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Here we go. 60 or.
Hey, watch the slant. Switch.
Leo. 5.
On 2nd and 12, Jones, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16.
Hey, come on, El. Hey, switch gears.
Big grip.
Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. He's going to slip. He's got a man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 57. For a change in field position from inside the 10. Here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
On third and long, it's Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Keep putting that ball on the ground. That's our ball.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
So we got man.
Wait, lock it.
Let's go.
Now Jones operating from the gun. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, Sanders now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
The throw over the middle taken in. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here we go. Waiting.
Cut. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Black, come on.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Pac-Man. Please.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. Wentz now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Wentz. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael Thomas. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down now, Barkley. He's got the first down and more past midfield. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This is Shepard on the catch. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing, Jones. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll run with Barkley. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. That's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards. Here's Barkley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And out across midfield, down to the 45. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Tighten up, tighten up.
On second down, it's Howard. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jordan Howard hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On second and very short, Jones, he completes it to Tate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check. Fresno.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They go play action here on first down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the... Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
53. Watch the run.
Leo.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. Remember with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season. 97% that is. And was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do? And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
82.
Now Wentz. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. He'll take it at the 42. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing. A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Go. 180. Ram. We won it.
Wentz on the give to Sanders. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go. 180. Kill. Bust.
Check hot.
On second down now, it's Howard. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on third down.
Here we go. Back. 120.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. Check.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control, and you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with...
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down.
180. Check, 47. Watch the clock. Check 99. Check 90.
Wentz now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's see what you got.
Running from the gun with Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Completes it to Aguilar. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now a play fake. Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. B.J. Hill in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13 to 10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the three's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the three is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Rock it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shoot.
Protein spill.
Say.
Look. Squeeze.
Under pressure.
Go.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
On the ready.
53. Mike.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now.
On 1st down, Barkley. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
It's easy work.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Switch it, kid.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's brought in left side by Tate. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. Now Jones. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Rosas puts this one through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe bashed
that.
it.
Super toe.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing his Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he goes out right around the 39. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to...
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. B.J. Hill, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Looking to throw. Jones. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Here's Matt Weil now as he's on to punt for New York. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz. Aguilar has it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear it.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come in chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Go. Waiting.
Check back 47. I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
Here's Wentz to throw. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
I know you feel that.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Lefty.
To throw is Wentz. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. On first down, Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Barkley. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched. Well,
they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Now Jones, operating from the gun, to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff, got to be careful. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. 1-possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Giants, it will wind up a .500 season as the win means they'll finish right at 8-8. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this loss will mean they finish the season right at .500 at 8-8. And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.